93. This is Aman Asha Renew from asharenew.com. For all services, please email asha@asharenew.com or contact 702-530-1197. The question arises, what is the forbidden nature of pornography? And why is it forbidden? The answer is, the definition of pornography simply means ancient, obscene art. So at the basis, it represents art that is of a obscene nature, and it goes back to ancient times. So before pornography was depicted on film or through pictures, the main temple where you could see this type of art was the temple of Bacchus, who was the Roman variation of Dionysus, who was the Greek god of wine. So whenever we think of Bacchus, we're thinking about Dionysus. We're thinking about Osiris or Asar. We're thinking about Shiva, as all of these energies have the same archetype at its core. So, in ancient times, you would go to the temple of Bacchus, for example, to arouse your sexual desire. The same reason people watch pornography in today's times, in the 21st century, as the modern definition represents art that is specifically for the purposes of arousing sexual desire. If we look up the definition of desire, it means from the stars. So desire comes from the stars, which of course takes us to astrology. So whenever we are working with the energy of lust, we are working with the energy of desire, which comes from the stars. So desire isn't just something you have a longing for or a craving for. It also represents your lot in the stars. So we have a desire to experience our lot or treasure or fortune from the stars. And the energy or currency, rather, we need to bring forth those realities is the energy of lust. Because lust can be directed in one of two ways. It can either be pushed downward or upward. If the energy is pushed downward, it stimulates your orgasmic senses or creates an orgasmic state. If, however, the energy is directed upward, it then stimulates your personal creativity, as the lust card in the tarot corresponds to the Leo energy, which is represented as the serpent. And we understand the serpent is directly connected to the rising of the Kundalini. Which is a journey through the 7 chakras, or the 7 planets, the 7 visible planets. Utilizing the energy of lust and pushing that energy through your personal planets. So not only do we have planets outside of us, we also have the planets inside of us, which is why chakras are depicted as wheels or vortexes of light. These vortexes of light intelligence can circulate the energy of lust or desire. And once you have built up enough currency of lust or desire, your lot from the stars or your lot from the planets becomes more tangible. Because once again, lust will stimulate your personal creativity. Because through lust, we are able to make anything sexy. Because the definition of sexy is the same definition of pornography. In the sense of when something or someone is depicted as sexy, that means they are generating the currency of lust. And once again, when we generate the currency of lust, it brings us closer to our desires. This is the reason why this energy has been forbidden. This is why pornography is stigmatized. This is why people have been shamed to only watching or viewing pornography from the safety of their home or their private space, where people will frown at you if they seen you looking at pornographic images or listening to pornographic lyrics or poetry, so on and so forth. These things are done in secret because they arouse desire or lust. And because this energy leads to, as we call, fornication, in order to slow down the momentum, the pornographic imagery and arts are then stigmatized so that that frequency and that currency cannot be generated. So this is the reason we have so much negative currency when it comes to the pornographic arts. As now, it is controlled by industry. So in order for someone to be a porn star, for example, they have to go through an industry. In order for someone to be a model, they have to go through an industry. So essentially, in order to be a sex icon or a sex symbol, you have to be verified by an industry, which completely takes away the essence of what the energy is, because all you need is pornography. And it is what this pornography does to your internal chambers that makes it so powerful. versus an industry telling you what you are or what you can be. So it is time for us to take back our power, to become the true porn stars, the ones who are not afraid of generating and circulating this energy of lust or desire so that we become closer to our personal planets and our personal archetype, so that we live life without regrets. Because it's a reason why the Bible only has the last year of the life of Jesus. Because they did not want to show forth his struggles, as of course he was not always a holy man free of sin. But we do not get the full story. As we know, the original Christ was the Lord of the underworld, or the Lord of the streets, as Jesus never stepped foot into a church to teach anything, because everything that was needed was already available. All you needed was minds who were able to comprehend the secrets. And there are many, many secrets hidden within pornographic writings, imagery, and films. And because of this reason, this is what arouses desire or lust. It's the secret currency. It is not what's obvious. It is not the phallus or the yoni or the breast or any of the human parts. These things are just the obvious motivational factors. But these energies denote a secret thing. And that secret thing is what generates the energy that we feel. So the phallus or the yoni are mere symbols of something else that is real. And that is what have an effect, or has an effect on us, of a sexual nature. So the purpose is to become sexy, so that everything you do comes from your personal creativity, because you have aroused the lust and the desire from within, so that you can stimulate your personal planets or your personal chakras with that Kundalini force. And this is what it means to be enlightened. Because even the Buddha suffered for years in meditation till he came to the conclusion that it's all bullshit. And that's when he became the fat Buddha versus the most disciplined Buddha. This is the same realization we come to when we put the chains to the side, the chains that lock down the sex force or the sexual currency, and we begin to allow these energies to flow naturally and to be exactly who we are. And with this natural flow of currency, we begin to see clearer into the unknown, into the mysteries of the sex force. And with that, I bear peace. 93.